Hey friends, I am super, super excited about this popsicle mold set. It makes 20 popsicles. So I'm just gonna go through the whole process today of my thoughts about this actual popsicle mold maker before I ever make anything in it. And then I'm gonna go through the process of actually making it and seeing how it works. Okay, so I read in a lot of the reviews that the edges are really sharp and that the material, that the pieces weren't really set in place. I do not have that issue at all. The edges, they are abrupt. You can see they do point right here, but I can touch them without any problems. So I'm not really sure that I agree with that particular part of the review. I have been over this to see how it works. The molds of popsicles actually go in here. So this is where your juice or your fruit or whatever you're going to make goes in here. And then these little slots are for your popsicle sticks. So it comes with 2 sets of popsicle sticks. It also comes with bags for the popsicles after you make them. And then this is also like a cleaning tool. So it comes with all the things. The only thing it doesn't come with is the food. So of course you need to have the food to make that. That would be hard for it to come with. But I was looking at this, and what you do is you put the popsicle sticks in here. Now I have made popsicle sticks before, I've made popsicles before, which is one of the reasons I'm really super excited about this. If you don't buy like a kind of like an industrial type one of these, then what you're dealing with is like a set of 4 or 6, and they're plastic. They're very hard, not only to make, oh, we just dropped some. They're very difficult to make enough for your family. Okay, thank you. And they're also, you can't get the sticks in there because you've got to wait for them to half freeze or they end up being lopsided or whatever. So I'm excited about that. So you stick these in.
So you have this right here. You like hold it from the top, and your mom pulled it in, and then you.
So you're gonna squeeze this to open it, okay, like that. And you're gonna put these in. You're gonna put the popsicle right there. They go in right there. Okay, while it's still open, I'm still holding it. You can see they're at an angle. And now I'm gonna let go on the top, and they're gonna be straight. So you can see they're all straight right in there, and then they're just gonna fit right in there. So they're gonna be perfectly centered. So that already makes life really easy. And then once they're frozen in there, then you just push this again. You can watch they're gonna release. So they will end up being in the popsicles, and then you'll just be able to get this off. Another review I saw, and I know this because I've made popsicle sticks in the past, even with not a nice, really big machine like this, but the other review I saw is that they said that they can't get the popsicles out, and especially if they're ice cream. So one thing I know about these machines or these contraptions is that they're frozen in there, and you can see this is like a steel, it's metal, and so it is going to want to stay in there. So you have to get this in some hot water. And if you submerge this in some hot water, they will release just like that. So right away. So we'll test that out just to make sure, but I know that that is what I have used in the past. That's what I've had to do. But you can see this is really awesome because it's got 20 cavities. And then also these are full-size popsicles. So they're not, smaller, and they're not too small. One thing I do a lot of is when I have extra smoothie from breakfast, I would love to make popsicles with them. So I'm going to do a coconut lime popsicle today with some broccoli and blueberry in it. And so that's going to be what we make today, but I'm going to take you with me so you can see it from start to finish. So we have our vacuum. Oh, that's a chunk in there. Okay. You're just gonna move it over as it gets full.
Oh, okay.
Okay, start moving over. Do more faster. Get over. Okay. Good. That's great. Move it faster. Come on. Okay, move it. Faster. Okay, move it.
Me too.
No, maybe just enough for half.
Blueberry.
Okay.
One more.
Okay, you can put 2 in a couple of them. Okay, finish these out and put 2 in.
Just so you can.
Yeah, it's okay. It's only a popsicle. Okay, so you can see I used the Vitamix to blend up my fruit, and about half of the Vitamix filled up 10 popsicles. So this is a high cavity, so that's pretty cool. I said before it didn't have any sharp edges. I did notice as I was moving it around on the table, there are a couple pieces that got caught on the table. I have a vinyl tablecloth. It didn't really scratch it or pull it up, but I could see how the comments are, is it does have a little bit of a rough kind of, it's the screws on the bottom. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I did a little A/B testing. I did strawberry on one side, I did blueberry on the other. I just did a really simple recipe, 1 can of coconut cream, 1 can of coconut milk, a bunch of strawberries or a bunch of blueberries, and depending on whichever you did, a scoop of honey, and then a whole lemon, rind and all. I just blended it and then I poured it in. So on this side with the strawberry, I filled it up just level. On the blueberry side, my daughter ended up filling it up and a little bit overflowed. So we'll see how that ends up, if it ends up making a difference at all. We got all of the popsicle sticks in and they are in. We will see how long it takes for them to freeze and then we will take them out and see what happens. Okay, so we've got it in the freezer. I just wanted to show off, it does take up quite a bit of space, but keep in mind that these are deep, high cavity popsicles with 20. So you want to make sure you do have enough space. I had to maneuver some things around, but what is also really cool is you need to make room for this, but because this is open and because it's this heavy duty, it just stays right in place. I can put, something right there on top and still close it. So we are going to let this freeze. Okay, we let these sit for about 24 hours or overnight. So it's the morning and we're going to test them out. I'm going to have my son end up taking out the top and leaving the popsicle sticks intact. So go ahead. So just push it and then you should be able to lift it up. Okay. So here is the finished product. So you can see on this side, just wait, you can see on this side where they were level, they did pop up just a little bit. And on this side where they were overflowed, they also popped up a little bit, but you can see it's really not that big of a deal. We might have to separate them just a little bit. So that was a little bit of extra work. Now we're going to take them out, but I did not put this in water because I wanted to see if it was difficult or not.
You can have both of them.
So go ahead and try and lift one out. Yep, so they do not want to release because they're frozen in there, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. So we're going to dip this in a little bit of water, run some water on it to loosen it up, and then we will come right back to slip them out, and then we'll try them.
Of course.
11 seconds, 12, 13, 14, 15, 3, 9, 30.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, that worked.
There we go.
Okay, awesome. Let's see.
Now what you do, put them in plastic.
Yep.
So I think 20 would have been fine.
Yeah,
So that's great.
that is fantastic.
Say popsicles.
Popsicles.
Okay, so final thoughts. I made our first batch and checked out the whole thing. I did some A/B testing. You can see it all. So number one, I love that I can control the ingredients of the popsicles that my family eats. I have a little baby that is teething right now, and so this is awesome because I can sneak in some vegetables, I can sneak in whatever I want, and I know that there's no added ingredients. Number two, if you follow the instructions that I put in this video, you can have no problems. You can get them in, get them out with ease, absolutely no problems. I definitely do think that there's just a little bit of things that they could change about this. They could definitely include a bottom piece that you could soak it in. But again, you're really only soaking it for 20 seconds, so it's really not that big of a deal. And then the screws on the bottom could have some caps on it, but really they're so minuscule that this is just a great product. I absolutely love it. I've never made popsicles so easy, so great, full size, and just that froze right away, and I was able to get the popsicle sticks in. So all in all, I absolutely love this. I'm so excited. We finished our batch like already and the kids love it and it's absolutely great. So absolutely recommend, 10 out of 10.